From class 1 to class 5, in some countries they call it grade 1 to grade 5. This is we call primary education. That is very important for each and every single soul on this planet. Basically, why we call it primary, because it's fundamental and it's very important for each child growing on this planet. So this primary education is meant for the children whose ages are between 5 to 11. Typically, it is the duration of this education is between this age. So Cambridge also like recommends you a variety of subjects, but you can choose by your own, because at this primary stage there is no external exams, there are no board exams. You just have to assess your children yourself. Now this is an age when your children need you so much, and if their emotional needs are not fulfilled at this sensitive age, they will have to suffer their whole life. And at this very sensitive age, we are putting our children at the mercy of the cruel teachers at school sometimes, especially in underdeveloping and undeveloped countries. So most of the schools are not based on the national standard and don't follow the true sense of learning and teaching, except those very few standardized schools that provide real learning environment. So who can be more suitable teacher, who can be more sincere and more passionate teacher for your child than you yourself, the father and the mother of children? So you can teach these subjects very easily to your children yourself. There is another issue when you send your children to school. So they make them bound to study a curriculum, a choice of subjects that is available for all in that school, because they have a number of teachers who are experts in specific subjects. So they don't give open choice. When you are giving homeschooling, children are at home, you can choose any subject that Cambridge recommends. Not only Cambridge, you can add more subjects and skills that you want that your children should learn. But at least so later on at their IGCSE or O levels, A levels exam, they will be able to adapt easily according to the curriculum of Cambridge. For that reason, let's focus on Cambridge curriculum. So Cambridge suggests that your children should learn these subjects, and you can easily select books for all of these subjects available on many sources and good bookstores released by Cambridge or other publishers. And Oxford books, you can use any of them that are designed and actually made for the primary level. So here the first subject, primary English. Actually, by primary English, here by English we mean English as a first language. So it's for those learners whose first language or whose native language at home or mother tongue is English. So the purpose of this subject is to make them like become confident communicators, able to apply all four skills effectively in everyday situations, and to make them see themselves as readers engaging with a range of text for information and for pleasure, including text from different times and cultures, and to make them see themselves as writers using the written word clearly and creatively for a range of different audiences and purposes. So how you can achieve this? Now you can, it's not compulsory that you use all four books for in primary education for year 1 to year 5. So class 1 2 3 4 5, no, you can use any of books. The basic purpose you have to achieve, the objective you have to achieve, to make them good reader. So select a variety of text and make them read those texts, but consider the text carefully, that it must be having using a language that is suitable at this age. So in this you can consult with an expert subject teacher that can give you sincere advice, or you can directly select the course books that are endorsed by Cambridge and Oxford and other well-known publishers in the world. And then you have to make them do writing activities. If you select these type of books of primary English 1 2 3 4 5 till 5 grade, so you will find many activities in them, but you can also draw and design your own activities for them based on your country, your culture that you are living in, your traditions and beliefs. Cambridge also recommends you primary music. It's not a compulsory subject. You can skip it too, you can adopt it too, but Cambridge recommends it to you. Then primary art and design. This is highly creative. I would recommend all of you, and especially for girls, especially female students, for them you should use it, because art and design is something that was traditionally used and children were very good at. In the modern day, we have put our children at the mercy at the mercy of and in the hands of mobile phone and the digital world. But this hand made works like art and design, doing things using gray paper and using other things and colors to make things. So art, drawing, design, painting, these activities. You will also find good books by many great publishers in the world for these subjects that you can use. You can also draw and design your own activities for your children at home. It will provide them fun and they will enjoy their studies more. Primary computing or primary digital literacy, you can choose any subject out of these two subjects. And in the modern world, like we are having so many issues in the digital world, so we must actually literate our children about the control use. Under the parental control, there should be a good usage of all these things. So in the subject digital literacy, students develop the digital skills that will help with many aspects of their future learning and development. Like they will understand their place and the place of others in an interconnected world and make educated decisions about the information that they encounter online. You have to make your children ready so that they will be able to choose from online resources what is authentic and what is not, how they have to use and select information for any specific purpose from online sources. So there was an extremist view that children should be completely kept out of the digital world, but that didn't work actually in Generation Z. It didn't actually work by some of the traditional or orthodox parents. This upper approach didn't work. This attitude didn't work. We have to make them familiar and aware. We have to make them literate in digital world, but we have to teach them how to use in a controlled way. We have to really equip them. So we need to develop skills to create increasingly sophisticated documents and presentations, how they can make good PPTs and other things in Word files. Learn how to become positive contributors to the digital world, how they can add positive things, how they can make positive content, and use digital technologies safely and protect their own physical and emotional well-being. We have to educate them. This is very sensitive age between 5 to 11, to educate them. Sometimes parents want to hide things from the children. This is not the solution. Educate them, and no one else can educate on these sensitive matters like the issues of pornography and other bad things available online. How to save your children from the horrors and destruction of all these things. It's very crucial to save them at this early age. A greater responsibility lies upon the shoulders of parents to protect their children. So if you yourself will give digital literacy to your child, it will be of a great use and it will benefit your child for his whole coming life. You have to maintain their emotional well-being. That means you have to teach them, don't watch so much videos, especially on horrors and things and news that are creating a popcorn brain, what they call. A rush of information is there. So all these things we need to educate, we need to teach our children, we need to make them ready and be intelligent in that. Then there is primary English as a second language. This is for those students who are living in a country where their first language is not English. They speak some other language at home. So if your children speak some other languages at home, so they can choose this primary English. You will find many textbooks endorsed by Cambridge and Oxford curriculum. You can choose any of them. English as a second language for primary education. There are also other books that will improve the reading, writing skills and grammar, like Ren and Martin Primary School English Grammar and other at primary level. And this subject also means you need to develop their speaking, listening, reading and writing or full skills, and also grammar that you have to improve for your children between these 5 years of primary education. Now you can make a framework, you can draw a plan, you can make a timetable accordingly, and you can divide the topics into these 5 years. All that you need is sincere advice and a good consultation with a subject expert that will guide you properly. Primary mathematics, you have to teach your children how to use different type of mathematical concepts, very basic ones that are important in actually daily lives, and how to use them effectively, and how mathematics has an impact in the daily lives of the children. So there are also very good books for mathematics endorsed by Cambridge and other publishers. So you can use any good book for this level. Basically, in this program, Cambridge asks you to focus on the numbers, geometry and measures, and statistics and probability, these type of chapters. So Cambridge has divided this subject into these three main areas they call strands, which run through every primary mathematics stage. So learners will develop skills in these three areas: number, geometry and measures, and statistics and probability. You can consult with a good mathematics experts, a mathematician as well, that which topics and concepts are necessary. You can choose those topics from any curriculum, from any country's board official books. You can use any Cambridge book, you can use Oxford. The problem in underdeveloped and developing countries is that they people make you afraid of O levels, A levels in Cambridge. It's not difficult, it's not difficult than your local boards. Rather, the developed form and creative type of educational curriculum is not difficult, rather more interesting, more creative for children. Your children or parents in underdeveloped or developing countries think, and some of the typical parents think, that an upgraded form of education is difficult for their children as their children are less intelligent or not capable. That's wrong. In the poorest houses living the most intelligent and brilliant children they are, we need to work them. We need to convert their passive skills into active skills. We need to develop and foreground their hidden talent and potential that is crushed under the severe uh, country and cultural situations and norms. Give them opportunity. Education is a right for each child. Don't let your children ruin their lives. Give them the best educational model that is possible for them. You need not to send them to schools. You need, if you cannot afford schools, it does not matter. Give best education to your children at home. Then the last subject I would like to add here is primary global perspective. I think we have missed, there were some other subjects here like physical education, that is also very important. So, in global perspective, your children actually learn about the world. Like the online world has made this word actually a global village. So that also has an impact. Actually, your children learn about what's going on in the world. Some of the topics that you need to cover at primary level are digital world, family, friends, community, and culture, health and well-being, looking after planet Earth, moving to a new country, rich and poor, the world of work, water, food and farming, education for all, globalization, improving communication, moving goods and people, obeying the law, sport and recreation, values and belief, working with other countries. So these are the topics. You will find many interesting books and online sources are available. If you still need any consultation and you want to ask anything, feel free. You can ask any question. We will always be here to guide you. Then the most important subject at this age is physical education. It helps the students, your children, to increase confidence, moving with increasing control, fluency, and variety, improve their understanding of concepts, rules, tactics, strategies, and compositional ideas, participate in respectful and responsible ways, engaging appropriately and safely, improving knowledge and understanding of how physical education can contribute a healthy and active lifestyle, develop transferable skills, promoting physical, cognitive, and social development, and become independent, critical, and reflective movers and thinkers. So you need to develop these skills. There are very fundamental basic books, like in this you will move them towards athletic activities, competitive environment, sports, and health based context. You have to provide them. You can also, like, this is a thing that is we have to arrange informally. Now, do you think that school can do this for your children? Not at all. You have to do it yourself. Take your children to the mountains, to the hills, to the oceans, to the deserts. Let them climb on trees. So this is physical education. Be practical. You are living in 21st century. Be creative. No more formal education, no more just a traditional way. So Cambridge system is actually, they provide you, recommend you the most updated version of education if you want to fully adopt this model, but you can customize it according to your own culture and country's needs. So you can do all this by taking them to adventurous things and sports. And for theoretical understanding, you need to use some books as well. Thanks for watching. In the next video, we will move towards lower secondary education.